T. Housing. He didn't answer the question.
No, I believe he did. So we move to question 12, Honourable Maryan Street.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Health and asks, what reports has he received concerning Pharmac's provisional sole supplier contract with Pharmaco to provide new blood glucose meters for the 120,000 plus diabetics who use them?
Honourable Tony Ryle.
Mr. Speaker, I've received regular reports from Pharmac, the media and others. The latest is that Pharmac is considering the results of an extensive consultation process and is in ongoing discussion with consumers, clinicians and suppliers, and no final decisions have been made. Managing diabetes is a very personal matter, and I understand people's concerns about any change, as there was in 2005 when Pharmac controversially limited the supply of subsidised testing strips for some people with diabetes.
Honourable Maryan Street, supplementary.
Supplementary question to the Minister. Does he believe that there is a difference between Pharmac contracting a sole supplier for a pharmaceutical which has known effects on known symptoms and contracting a sole supplier for a medical device without consumer testing, which is used to help diabetics manage their chronic illness?
Honourable Tony Ryle.
Mr. Speaker, the device has been tested. There has been a process through which Pharmac decided that that was their preferred device. Having said that, one of the issues that the member alludes to is the uncertainty sometimes with sole supply. One of the benefits of the agreement that Pharmac tentatively has with the supplier is that the supplier will maintain an inventory of 4 months' stock in the country during this process. Currently, there is no requirement on any of the multiple suppliers to have that sort of stock in the country.
Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary, Honourable Maryan Street.
Supplementary to the Minister. Does he intend to get Pharmac to reconsider their provisional arrangement with Pharmaco?
Mr. Speaker, Pharmac are currently considering the results of quite a lengthy consultation period. There are ongoing discussions with consumers, clinicians and suppliers, and I think we should let that process carry to its ultimate conclusion.
Supplementary, Honourable Maryan Street.
To the Minister, has he seen a submission from Diabetes New Zealand Auckland which says, quote, sole supply for a life-dependent medical device is dangerous, particularly in the instance of quality issues, civil emergencies and recall of strips or meters and the delays that occur around shipping and transport. Further, we note that no New Zealand pilot of the proposed meter with users has yet been conducted. This should be a prerequisite, unquote. And if so, has this submission affected his view of Pharmac's provisional contract?
Honourable Tony Ryle.
Mr. Speaker, there's been a number of submissions. Many are opposed, some are in favour. What is quite clear is that Pharmac wants to make sure that they can do the best that they can for people with diabetes, but we are in a situation of where there is limited funding in the health budget, and we must make sure that every dollar gets best value for all patients. We had similar concerns in 2005 when, under the previous government, subsidised testing strips were restricted. There were claims that there would be widespread concern for people with diabetes. As we've seen subsequently, we've managed our way through that.
Point of order.
A point of order, the Honourable Maryan Street.
Mr. Speaker, I seek leave to table the submission from Diabetes New Zealand Auckland, to which I've just referred.
Leave is sought for that purpose. Is there anyone opposed to that course of action? There appears not. Leave is granted.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, Honourable Maryan Street.
I further seek leave to table this message from Joel, who is an 11-year-old diabetic who came from New Plymouth today to attend a protest about Pharmac's proposed contract. I seek leave to table this message.
It's not in the normal form of messages that we would table in this House, but I'll put it to the House. Is there anyone opposed to that course? There is. Order. Order. I'm on my feet. Order. I have received letters from Dr. Russell Norman and the Honourable David Parker seeking to debate under Standing Order 386, the government's decision to accept the recommendation of the Overseas Investment Office to grant consent to Milk New Zealand Holding Limited, a subsidiary of Shanghai Pension Group Co Limited, to acquire the 16 Crayford farms. I have also received a letter from the Honourable Trevor Mallard seeking to debate the initiating of a police investigation into the Honourable John Banks' electoral spending and the fact that the Prime Minister refuses to stand him down. I will deal with Mr Mallard's application first. Allegations have been made and referred to the police. Allegations can never constitute a particular case of recent occurrence. Neither can the absence of action on the part of a government. The urgent debate procedure is a means of debating matters that have occurred.